Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today I'm going to draw the Games Guard from Squid Games, also featuring now as an epic outfit in Fortnite. Going to do a full body shot, might even try and colour him in because it's nice and kind of inked in and magenta coloured. So I'm going to go at the top, just going to draw the hood first of all. So I'm going to go sort of put a dot sort of about here. What I'm going to do now, got that, is just go over to the right hand side, just move my pen out, sort of draw a nice curve of where his hood is. Now I'm going to have his arms crossed in that kind of famous Squid Games pose. So it's going to not quite go down all the way yet on that side. On the left hand side, I'm just going to continue the line, just do the outer part of that hood. Nice sort of pinky magenta hood. Go down to about here, curve it in. And now I've got that in there, what I can do is try and get the rest of his head in. So I go along, probably over to this side here, I can just bring my pen up and start drawing the inner part of the hood. Just bring it up, nice curve around. Up and around here, curve it in a bit there so we've got that outer part of the hood going on there. Now a really important feature of this face is the circular part for the Games Guard. So what I will do is just start putting that in. So the main mask is black, so what I'm going to do is just draw an outer ring first of all, going from the top here. Just bring my pen out. Nice curve all the way around like that. And then inside that I'm going to leave a nice little kind of key line. Just going to draw in there first of all. Sort of bounce it out a little bit. Make sure I've got those lines to my liking. And just fill in that circular point for now. Okay, now I can continue with the rest of the face. So there's just a little bit of a clip down here where the mask continues. And then the chin, I guess, is kind of around here, if you want to call it a chin. Goes around there. Now just below it, there's a couple of little lines around there, just where the mask kind of goes together. And then what I'm going to do is just start looking at the shoulders. Now I'm going to leave that little gap there for the hands in a minute, and I'm going to come out this way, just draw the top of the shoulders, cascade down, nice curve down here to the elbow, and then I can do curve upwards here to the edge of the, sort of getting to the wrist area on the upper arm. On the other side of this, there's a little curve up like that, and then I can just bounce down with this material like that, nice and easy. And then up here, I can just draw a little crease at the top coming upwards. On this side, again, I'm just going to leave that gap. I'm going to just bring out my shoulder, curve it down here, bring it out here where the material comes around to the elbow, around this point. And then we'll just curve back up, nice and curvy, wobbly, like that there. We'll make use of that nice big bit of material. Curve around here, and then we can sort of bounce out this way, in like that, and then I can just pop a little line in there just for the shoulder part where the material ends. Okay, we're getting to those hand points now. Just going to draw the cuffs in. So I've got one cuff just coming out like this to the wrist. Bring your pen along there. Maybe there's a couple of little lines sort of show it sort of springboarding out. And then what I will do, now I've got that cuff in, I'm going to bring that hand in over here. So I'm going to just bring in the hand like that, finger, 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 and then just bring it right down like that, okay? On this side, I've got the cuff. I'm gonna have the cuff going up like this way, just a little clip there. We'll just color that in dark. And then what I'll do is just come up here, kind of give a hint of those fingers on the edge like that. Bring my pen down here, and then almost see a bit of his thumb going down that way there, okay? All right, now I've got that in, what I can do, just sort of come down this way, just bring the material out of the torso and loop in where the belt is there. On this side, I'm gonna come down, like this way, bring it out, in like that, and then what I can do is draw his belt. Now in the middle, slightly larger sort of buckle area. So just gonna pop a nice little rectangle in there. And then I'm gonna just draw a curve to it either side, one there, one there. Then I've got a couple of lines down where the belt comes in. Now there's a couple of loops, so I've got a loop coming down this way, so just a couple of lines, and a loop coming down here, so a couple of lines like that. Then I'm just going to clip that with a couple of lines underneath it, and actually while I'm there, I might as well fill these points in. Now a little bit of detail on the belt buckle, and just want to draw a little motif in like that, so it looks like it sort of clips together. And then there's a zip element that just goes all the way up, so it's a thick line. So I'm just gonna sort of draw a line right up to this point, back down again, just make sure it's nice and thick all the way down there. And on either side of that, there's a little hint of extra line, so just gonna bring in a couple of little lines there just to show the detail. And then this line actually continues sort of downwards here, nice chunky line to about there. And then we're just gonna sort of draw a little bit of piping around it. You don't have to fill it all in there. It looks quite nice actually where I've left a couple of little gaps. Okay, I've got those bits in. Let's look at the legs. So it's got sort of long pinky magenta trousers in. There's big pockets that come out either side like this. So what I'm going to do is go from this edge of the belt area and just bring the pen out there where there's a pocket. This then sort of comes around, so I'm just going to give a little hint of a pocket area there. A couple of little sort of pocket points here. And then I can continue down this leg, so just bring the pen down, curve the pen out, going down here to the sort of lower leg area, bring your pen around there, and then we'll just bring it up to about this point. Crease of the trousers is probably around here, so just a couple of little curves there. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, so I'm going to come out from this belt point like that, so just come out a bit more where these pockets are. So there, we'll just put a line down, just make it look like a little pocket. Then a couple of little extra little pockets there. Then we're going to continue probably down to about this point, just going to continue down this way, sort of taper it in a bit, and pop it out at the edge, nice bit of material popping, sort of making it a little slightly baggy for this uniform, and then just creep it up to the center point again. See those legs are in. Okay, couple of little sort of little material marks we just pop in around there like that, just to add a little bit of detail. And then he's got little cuffs on these legs, so I'm just gonna flare these little bits out a little bit, like that. Got another one, probably coming out about here, curve it up. There's bits of material they sort of join up here, so a couple of little lines either side like that. That's all we need. And then there's some big old boots going on here, so they probably come down to about this point. So I'm just gonna bring the pen down, curve it right out here, around like this, and up. And on this side, I'm just gonna curve it down there to a heel point, come outwards here, curve it up and around like that, okay? So I've got those main points in now. Okay, next up, what I'll do, so I'm just gonna get myself that dark gray, and what I'm gonna do, first of all, is just fill in some of these hand areas. So it's a really nice dark gray, just fill these bits in here. And then where this mask is, I'm going to come along this way, just leave a little chip of light on the left hand side there. I'm just going to come along there with those greys. And then where the boots are, first of all, I'm just going to fill these in this nice grey colour. Maybe just leave a little chip of light there and come along here. Cool, okay, right. The other part I can do is this little belt, so just come in there, just gonna fill in that area there. Cool, and then next up, just gonna give a little hint of little laces just on these shoes, just like that. And then just fill in maybe just this side here, just a little bit more black on there, and this little bit of black here goes right up to the neck area. Now I've got those bits in, let's just solidify the character. Just gonna get a nice chunky pen, just gonna go around and outline the outer part, just making pop a minute around that outside. Don't be afraid to be a little bit loose with your picture. Just have a bit of fun with it. See those little boosts of black just around the edges. Make a big difference to your picture. Go around the hood area there. Now at this point, I'm just gonna fill in this side of the picture with this black pen. So I've got that nice ink and I've got a slight variation between this grey and this black. I'm gonna do the same with this hand here. Just sort of draw in a bit of the black on that side. And with these boots, just make sure I've got a nice popping zingy black there. And you see like that really adds to the magenta. That really adds to the colour of the picture, the inks of the picture. And next up, what I'm gonna do is start to colour them in, give them that magenta pop. All I'm gonna do is use one of these highlighter pens, so the Stabilo Boss types. Really nice zingy pink. I'm just gonna be really nice and loose with this, and I'm gonna just get in there first of all. Just start adding this really cool zingy pink colour. Just chunk it in around here. Leave a little bit of a chip of white just on the very edge. And what I can do, just start being really loose, just bring my pen along. Pop it around. Just try and get those edges in on the right hand side, and then you just leave a few little chips of white. Go on this side, just fill it over. It's a really lovely zingy colour. They're really colouring really nicely, these highlighters, so just really tempting to colour them in, make him pop. Just go around the edge there, you see like it's starting to kind of come together now. Again, just can be a little bit loose with that picture. I'm going to leave a little chip of white just on the edges. Just going to draw around, leave those bits there. And you just fill it in around the edge there. Just come down there. And then I'll come down, maybe start down here, just those little base bits. Again, I can just leave a little chip of white on that side. And the rest of it I can be really loose with. Just block him in. Starting to get that really cool look of Squid Game's character. It's pretty cool Fortnite skin as well. Really eye-catching in this magenta-y pink colour. And just scoot down here, just fill him in all the way along here. I just double hit the sides, just double hit around here. So you just get an extra little hit of that magenta. There's a little bit of a shadow under here, so just gonna sort of double hit there, maybe in this area here and at the back. Just hit it a little bit harder. You see there's just a little bit of a sort of shadowy look on that right hand side, and you've got that nice pop. And just one more little element, just a couple of little detail slots coming up here. And then I think I might just add in a few little sort of comic-y points, just little marks around, just around the edges. Makes a little bit of difference sometimes, sort of around our pictures. That's all I need to do really. Just a couple of little lines there. And that's it, that's the Games Guard outfit. It's from Squid Games, it's in Epic Games Fortnite at the moment. Let me know what you think of the skin, let me know who else I can draw, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye for now.